Kenny Coleman was brilliant. Sam Brown is brilliant. And they were the Rainbow Flyers, and they created AFF. What a masterful thing that they did. AFF is, I'm an AFFIE, and I'm a big fan of the program. And the Beechnuts did that. And Sandy Reid was on the Beechnuts, and Sandy's a manufacturer, and he worked with me. I still have a packing table in my shop that Sandy made and gave me. You know? And we worked together. He built a racer one time, of SST, I guess. I'm not sure which side of that line he was on, but he built it out of denim. And we even stole the Levi tag out of a pair of Levi's, so the rig was done with orange thread. It was beautiful. And you see it in a lot of the old Beechnut pictures, or relative work pictures of that era, Sandy in that blue rig. And you look at it close and look like a pair of Levi's. Exactly. No studs, though. We couldn't put any studs in it. Anyway, those were good times. 10 High Bunch did well. Beechnuts did well. And the Rainbow Flyers decided they wanted to go do their four-way on their own, and God knows they deserve to. So we decided, Nicky had actually gone to South Africa and been on the Rainbow Flyers, but he wasn't permanently going to do it with them, and he and I decided to start another 10-way team. So we had run into some boys at Greene County that knew how to skydive pretty good, Eddie Mosier and Greg Reisinger, and we'd always competed against them, but we wanted to beat California. God, you got to beat the California people. And anyway, we formed Exitus. And Nick was a train driver. We called him Casey Jones. He was an engineer on the railroad through Ohio. And he could get all the time off he needed. And he made good money. And he took a winter down to Zephyr Hills, he and Rocky Evans did. And really, really improved their skydiving skills going down there for 2 or 3 months. And came back and we started Exitus. And the animosity began. We went to the Nationals and we were pulling 10-second 10-ways out of a DC-3, and Jane Paul Thacker was quoted, he and Otley were playing golf on the course, and they were quoted as saying, "You can't do 10-ways that fast, those guys must be cheating." We won the Nationals by a second and a half and were deprived of the gold medal. In fact, we got no medals. We were disqualified because we were too good. And Otley stood up drunk at the awards presentation, which we attended to be good sportsmen, and he stood up and said, "Those guys came down here from Michigan and tried to cheat, and we proved that they can't cheat." And I thought that was a travesty. But we didn't get discouraged. We kept going, and we never did win anything with Exitus. Beechnuts actually probably have a better record. And Exitus broke up because they got deprived of what they were entitled to, and I got concentrated in running the business and working at Chrysler, and I still did a little stellar accuracy, and then I decided that it's time to move to Florida. So in '83 I packed up the business and left Chrysler and moved it to Florida, and that cost me my first wife. I picked up another one in Florida 8 years later. And we've been married for the last 28 years and have a 26-year-old son. And she's got, well, this is funny. Most of you know I'm married to Nancy LaRiviere. I don't need to say much about her ability. This woman is unbelievable. She asked me one time, she said, "I've never seen a style jumper turn. How about going out and doing style and let me watch?" And I said, "Well, I don't think you can keep up with me. We go pretty fast. I get in a tight tuck, you know." She says, "I can keep up with you." So I got in a tight tuck, and I've got my knees up to my chest, and my chin is buried, and my hands are in like this, and I'm really tight. I'm looking straight at the ground, you know, and I feel a presence near me. I raise my head, look out the top of my eyes, and I see this face about 6 inches from mine. It's Nancy, really like a Cheshire cat. Her arms and her feet, I swear, were tied together like in a bow on a sack behind her back, and she was in a hard arch, keeping up with me in a style tuck. At that time, we both had 2,300 jumps. She now has 7,000, and I have 2,301. When you see talent like that, you foster it, you nurture it, and you send it on its way. And she has proven that she has that talent. So that really effectively ended my active jumping career at that point in time. It costs about 40 or 50 grand a year to keep somebody on the U.S. team trained and competing, and I thought that the better of us should have that opportunity, and I've always felt she was a better skydiver than I was. And she's had a wonderful career now, 25 years on the U.S. team, and did the world meet last week, and we have this wonderful 26-year-old son, and things have been good. That's about the whole story.